Heat culture did it again.
I watched the Heat play almost the exact same game last year. It was Jimmy Butler hurts his ankle, game 1 against the Knicks. The second game of that series, we don't have Jimmy, we have Bam and shooters, and we're just going to change the way we play. And a ton of, I think they got up 49 threes or 50 threes in that game. And they were a possession away from winning it against the Knicks. The Knicks escaped with a win in that series, in that game. This is what they do, where if you can't play the way your sort of standard preferred way of playing, and you are up against the wall, Eric Spoelstra is going to say, how do we jack up the variance? How do we give ourselves the best chance of winning? And it's bomb threes, muck it up. We are going to play as straight up as we can on Boston Stars and say, either you're going to score, but we're not going to give up the other, the open shots. The Celtics machine all season long, drive, kick, open three, swing, open corner three. We're not giving that up. And if you can win that possession battle, we get up way more threes than you do. You don't get the in-rhythm open looks for your guys. We can drag this game into the mud. Miami won this game while making 5 shots in the restricted area. They won the math battle. They were on a string defensively, super locked in as far as not giving up easy opportunities. And it opened up the door for them. 16 of their first 20 field goal attempts for the Heat came from beyond the arc. And it's we are going to try to chop one of your legs out early, or at least keep ourselves close enough that we can make this tight. And we feel if we make it tight on you, you're going to start to tug at your collar and not feel as comfortable, because you remember all the times in the last 3 years that we've done this to you. They go back to Miami without home court advantage. The Celtics were the best team in the NBA from the opening tip, 64-18, number 1 in offense, yada, yada, yada. And they find themselves back staring at the Heat and saying, we got to now win 3 out of 4 or 3 out of the next 5 games against these guys when we don't have home court advantage. It's really, really wild.
And one record that you didn't state was 37-4 at home, the best home regular season team in the entire NBA. And they drop one right off the bat. Obviously, they had the big 30-point win in game 1, but what a response. The 2 guys I really want to shout out from the Miamis, and Caleb Martin just does everything he can to beat Miami. It is unbelievable.
Turns into Michael Jordan when he sees green.
His splits against Boston and other teams, roughly 14 points per game compared to career average against all of their opponents of 7 points per game. So he's truly doubling his production on average. And the Heat now have 4 playoff games in the past 2 seasons shooting above 50% from 3 against Boston. No other team has more than 1 against anyone. Was a sight to behold, man.